If you're trying to improve your strike, and who isn't really, I have for you the #1 exercise to really get in a great delivery position at impact. Make sure you get that ball turf strike that we're really looking for. And this is an exercise that can be done at home very simply in your own time. And I would suggest if you can do this for 5 minutes a day, it's going to transform your quality of contact. So let's run through it. Now this actually drill, I'm going to talk through the whole move because it can really help you out with the backswing position as well. If you are looking for a backswing and downswing, a bit of multitasking, I would place a marker 2 to 3 feet past the golf ball. So I'm just going to use a T-peg here, this red T-peg, and I'm actually going to set it slightly behind the golf ball. Okay, so it's slightly behind the ball. And I'm going to set up about the right distance from the ball, and I'm just then going to place the club shaft across my shoulders with the grip end pointing towards the target. I'd like to see the toe of the golf club straight up in the air. So clamp your arms across your chest. Now in the backswing, I would like the end of the golf club, the grip end, to point at that T-peg that is slightly behind the golf ball, and it's about 2 to 3 feet past my golf ball. So it gets me turning on the right tilted axis, that I'm not too flat with my shoulders or too steep. So we're getting it in a good position in the backswing. Now this video is really about the downswing, but why not multitask? So that's my backswing position. Now in the downswing, I want you to fire that trail shoulder down towards the golf ball. And if I get that right, visually as I look at it, I've almost seen the club coming in to contact the ball at about the right position. If I get my trail shoulder too far out in front of me, it looks over here visually for me, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to strike the golf ball unless I made some kind of inward movement. That is my out to in golf swing. And this is a move that a lot of golfers make. The trail shoulder moving too much behind them as they lose posture. Here their spine angle straightening, and again from here I'm nowhere near the golf ball. I'd have to make a lot of movements to get that club visually over the top of the golf ball. So I've got to try and fire that trail shoulder down towards the ball. It's key, that movement. It's got to move down and it's got to move in front of me. So we don't want it to move straight behind. We definitely don't want it to move too far out. So it is down and in front of me, meaning that my trail hand feels like it's going to collect the golf ball. So I love this exercise, but I'm going to show you an adaptation of this exercise in just a second. So let's do it again. So for the backswing part, the end of the grip is pointing at the T-peg that is about 2 to 3 feet past the golf ball and slightly behind the golf ball. So just meaning that I have turned behind the golf ball. There's where I want the backswing to be. Downswing, fire that trail shoulder down towards the golf ball. And can you see what I've managed to achieve here? From a downline camera, I've really maintained my back angle. I feel like my trail side is crunched, but I feel like my lead side has straightened and extended. And that's exactly what we want into that delivery position. Crunching our trail side, extending our lead side here as we collect the golf ball. So it's a real magic movement and something you can work on so easily just at home to improve that quality of contact. Now as a bit of an adaptation from that, you could just do it as a windmill style exercise, parallel to the ground level, rotate. My lead fingertips are going to point out that T-peg that's about 2 to 3 feet past the golf ball, and my trail hand's going to feel like it slaps the golf ball, collects the golf ball here. So I'm really getting that trail hand and arm working down and in front of me. And what that does is it gives me the perfect trail arm movement here. I've recently filmed a video talking about the trail elbow and the wrist in the downswing into delivery. And I'll put a link here that I think is well worth checking out, very much along these lines. It's such a critical part of the golf swing. But I'm simply with my trail hand only, just trying to feel like I could slap the golf ball. So it's allowing my trail arm to stay flexed, stay down and in front of me, and my trail hand is almost reaching extension into impact. It's not here, okay? So actually this movement, firing that trail side down, is going to give me that Ball turf strike, that compression I'm really looking for. It's going to help me apply some force, some pressure down into my lead side. It's going to help me maintain my spine angle, but it's also going to actually improve my delivery of my hands and my arms into impact. So this magic movement here of what the trail side is doing through the golf ball. But let's work on that feeling of that trail shoulder moving down and in front of me, this way towards the golf ball. Very different to that motion and very different to this motion. Really going to help you maintain your spine angle. It's pushing my backside back, so as my trail side goes down, my backside stays back and I stop any of that early extension movement. So let's just do it where we stop at the top and then hit. And I'm really exaggerating that motion initially and stay down a little too long. Caught it actually just a touch heavy. But I'm really almost trying to exaggerate that start of the downswing movement. As soon as I add a little bit more fluidity, as soon as I actually generate a little bit more speed, that strike's going to come. So, starting to work a little bit more. And again, I'm exaggerating this. You'll see me sort of maintain my angles a little longer than I normally would, but just trying to feel that trail side fires downwards towards the golf ball. Let's put that into a fuller swing. I'll show it in full speed and slow-mo so you can sort of pick apart that trail shoulder movement. So as soon as I added some speed, there we go, there's the contact, that's the ball flight. I'm really looking for, as I said, I'm going to show that in slow-mo as well now, but if you can get that trail side firing down towards the golf ball as it should, your quality of contact is going to increase massively. You won't be the same level of golfer, and if we can contact the ball correctly, we can be efficient, we can be consistent, and your handicap will come toppling down. So let's start with some simple at-home exercises, 5 minutes a day, working on better downswing movement into impact with that trail side, that trail shoulder. And the feeling is firing it down towards the golf ball. So always do it in practice first before taking a new move to the golf course. Let me know how you get on with that. Put some comments below. If you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this.